Welcome to selfdiscoverymedia.com, where we discover the communities that are making a difference in the lives of others. Our self-discovery is something we are all making on our life's journey. Here you will find the people that will be your guidance, that will be your inspiration, that will be there for you in support on your journey of life. Do enjoy. Our next show is Widow and Wisdom with Donna Kendrick.
Hello, and welcome to the Widow and Wisdom podcast, created for those facing life transitions. Whether it be through widowhood, divorce, career change, or a new marriage, your tomorrow may look very different than your today. Hi, I'm Donna Kendrick, the founder of Sephton Financial, a financial services firm serving the Philadelphia region with a focus on families in transition. As a widow with a new business venture and a newly blended family, I have literally walked in your shoes. I understand many of the challenges you are facing, and the intention of this podcast is to help you navigate the days ahead. Now, you might be wondering why I am doing this podcast for you. Well, this is my why. And this might be my first podcast, but I promise you, this is the one that gives me chills and makes my belly flip. It's not because I'm nervous to make my first Widow and Wisdom podcast. Well, maybe I am just a little nervous, but because it's genuine and raw. So please keep listening because this is my why. So, okay, a little bit about me. I'll try to do it in a 30-second summary. I was born and raised in Philadelphia, so I talk really fast. So therefore, I might be able to get this done in 30 seconds. I was the daughter of a Philadelphia firefighter, grew up and married the son of a Philly cop. We were yuppies in the early 2000s. My husband's name was Greg. We followed Greg's career over to Europe and lived there. During that time period, we had 3 beautiful babies, a boy, a girl, and a boy. We traveled back and forth to the US for about a 9-year period. Happily, we returned to the stateside where Greg had a position in Philadelphia back in 2011. And in 2013, he passed away suddenly. My kids were 12, 11, and 8. And I was working part-time. We had just moved into a new school district. I mean, like literally just moved in. It was a holy blankety blank blank moment. The transition. I'm a goal-oriented person, and my goal was to not let this loss catch up to me. Greg and I were smart, and we had a financial advisor in our early 20s who gave us great advice and had our protection plan in place. Thank you, Matt, if you're listening. So I knew my kids would go to college. I knew I could keep my house, but I needed something more. I needed someone to hold my financial house in order while I focused on the kids and the grieving that I was running from. So like over 70% of the women who have lost a spouse, I switched to an advisor, a new advisor. And he has helped other widows in the family, in my family's community. Sorry, getting all emotional. And I am forever thankful for his help. So here's the turning point. Fast forward 2 years after Greg's passing. All the immediate decisions are done. The kids are in their groove. And now it's time for what I call transitional goals. What am I going to do with my career? What am I going to do next? Because of the support of my financial advisors, I had a plan. I had the finances to start fresh, to start a new career. I was lucky. I had the supportive advisors who walked me through my most difficult moments. And I also realized that many families in the same or similar situations do not have their financial picture in order like myself. And sometimes the financial picture looks mighty grim. So I decided to switch my career. And I decided to help other families like mine in transition with their financial clarity and their future goals. My passion is to hold the hands of my families and help them gain understanding of the options they have in the future and to help them along the journey to this new life that they never expected to have. That is why I established Sephton Financial, helping families in transition. So now you know a little bit about where I came from, the transition I faced in my life, and how I blend my life experiences with the drive to grow and develop businesses to help more people. It's my duty, my obligation, and my purpose. So you might ask yourself, why the name? Why Sephton Financial? Well, I'll share this with you, maybe to lighten it a little bit. When it came time to start my own financial services firm, I had no doubt that the name would be tied to my legacy. There are three defining reasons for me choosing my maiden name for the name of my firm. The first reason I named my firm Sephton Financial is because it is my maiden name. I became a Kendrick when I married Greg in March of 2000, and now we have 3 Kendrick kids, so we are bound together with the name Kendrick, and I am very proud. But Sephton, that is true to me. That's what everyone from high school and college know me as. Sephton is what my best friends and their husbands and their kids call me. It's not uncommon to hear my running partner of 30 years call out, "Hey, Sephton, get going, come on." The second reason I name my practice Sephton Financial is probably the most important because it's my dad's legacy. If you remember, my dad was a Philly firefighter who, in some weird way, did set me up with a blind date with my husband, Greg, through his dad, a Philly cop. Very weird. But you see, my dad was a Philly firefighter who wasn't happy with my sister or my public school education and our experience there in the 1970s. So he moved us to a private grade school, bartering our tuition by serving as a janitor on his days off. I named the practice Sephton Financial because it was his hard work, toilet unclogging and all, that helped me become the educated woman I am today. The third reason why is simply because Sephton, Sephton, looks so good on a mug. I often have logo t-shirts too. I call my brand color, I don't know if you can see it. I know it's a podcast, so you're not listening. I'll describe it to you. It looks like Cookie Monster Blue, one of my favorite colors. So why Sephton Financial? Because my dad earned every bit of merit to have his name on the door. God, I'm crying a lot in this podcast. My dad raised me to have a loving heart, a sense of humor, and an incredible work ethic. He sacrificed for my education, and that taught me to be selfless in times of need. It is why I am a Sephton, and it is the Sephton within me that drove my family forward after the passing of my husband, Greg. So this is why I named my practice Sephton Financial. In the following weeks, I hope you get to know me, Donna Jean Sephton Kendrick, and that you keep listening to our Widow and Wisdom podcast, where we will have experts on hand to help you with the next best steps as you move forward towards your new tomorrow. I am Donna Kendrick with Sephton Financial, and I cannot wait to share more wisdom with you in the weeks to come. Thank you so much for joining me, and please follow me on social media as well as our next episode of Sephton Financial, Widow and Wisdom podcast. Thank you. Bye-bye.
We hope that you enjoyed the show. Discussions in this show should not be construed as specific recommendations or investment advice. Always consult with your investment professional before making important investment decisions. Securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Inc., a registered broker, dealer, and member of the FNRA/SIPC. Advisory services through Cambridge Investment Research Advisors Inc., a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Discovery Media and Sephton Financial LLC are not affiliated. Cambridge does not provide tax or legal advice. Guests on the show are not a member of the firm nor affiliated with Cambridge and are providing complimentary information for your purposes only. Tune in next week for more from Widow and Wisdom.